I'm Perry Morrison. I'm a workers' compensation attorney with over 36 years of experience, and today, for educational purposes, we're going to look at some work injuries from the series The Office.
I feel very blessed.
Workers' compensation is a program in the state of North Carolina where if you have 3 or more employees, each employer is required to carry workers' compensation insurance. So if you are injured within the course and scope of employment, you are covered without regard to whose fault it is. I'm going to look at some of the scenarios in the office and determine how realistic they are and whether or not I would be able to help that person with their claim.
Now, this is the forklift. You need a license to operate this machine. That means the upstairs office workers can't drive it. Quiz, Mike, should you drive the forklift?
I can and I have.
No.
If you're not authorized to drive a forklift, if you're not licensed to drive a forklift, if it's entered in that state, then that is something that should be considered, because if you are working outside the course and scope of your employment and you're grossly negligent and you get hurt, you're not going to have a valid claim.
This particular time, I was reaching for a supply box on the top shelf when one office worker, who shall remain nameless, kicked the ladder out from under me and yelled, "Hey, Darryl, how's it hanging?" And I fell and busted my ankle, and I'm legitimately scared for my workers.
Darryl's injury on the ladder would be covered under workers' compensation. He was injured within the course and scope of employment. However, if there is a determination that the other employee was engaged in horseplay with him, it would not be covered. But if it's only a horseplay one-way street, it would be covered. Now, it's also a question of whether or not he could sue individually Mike, the guy who kicked the ladder, because that would be gross negligence on his part and potentially may also be a third-party liability suit. You don't run into that very often. I would not represent Michael, but I would represent Darryl on the ladder.
This is equal parts Scotch, absinthe, rum, gin, vermouth, triple sec, and 2 packs of Splenda. Call it a one of everything.
Oh my God! Hit me again!
All right, one more time around the block.
Yes, this is a person in the office at an office party. No problem there, except for the person was drinking. And if a deputy commissioner determines that alcohol is a contributing factor to you being injured, then the injury will not be covered under workers' compensation. If you are drunk and there needs to be a blood test or alcohol breathalyzer test to confirm that. It's not people just saying, oh, she was drunk. But if you take a blood test at the hospital and it shows that, you're in a DWI category under 0.08, then chances are it will be a denied claim.
Oh, burning.
Oh my God! Wait, we got a live one! On fire!
The hair would never be covered, no. If it leaves a scar on the skin from the burn, that would be covered. Pain and suffering is never covered. Sort of what you've been through is never covered. But a scar would be. But, if it's just a matter of her hair burning and she ended up getting a haircut and the haircut didn't look good, there's no recovery for that.
I burned my foot very badly on my Foreman grill, and I now need someone to come and bring me into work.
You burned your foot on a Foreman grill. What is going on?
Michael is sick, and he wants one of us to rescue
I'm
him.
not sick.
I'm coming, Michael! I'm gonna save you! Michael is in trouble!
I do not want
And Dwayne's who went.
Oh! He hit the pole. It's broken, right? He can't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Dwight. Oh!
Oh my gosh. Is he okay?
He's still driving.
Michael's injury definitely would not be covered because it was outside the course and scope of employment. However, Dwayne's injury and Dwight, I'm sorry.
Everyone has called me Dwayne all day. I think Jim Halpert paid them to.
Dwight's injury, in my view, would be covered. Michael's his supervisor. Michael said he needed help. He needed somebody from the office to come pick him up. And Dwight was in a collision and injured his head in the course of what he was requested to do by his supervisor. So, yeah, I think you've got an argument that that's within the course and scope of employment, but Michael's injury was not.
Yeah.
Doctor, what is more serious, a head injury or a foot injury?
A head injury.
Well, you don't have all the information. The foot has been fairly severely burned and healed quickly, very quickly. Actually, like, suspiciously quickly.
So I'm ordering a CAT scan. What is that?
Look, since you have the machine up and running, can I just stick my foot in? We can take a look.
Well, for a burn, you really just need to look at the outside of the foot.
Okay, what kind of machine is that?
Does the skin look red and swollen?
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
I would say head injuries are uncommon and a little bit problematic because the head is not listed as a part of the body, although obviously it is. You have injuries like your back, your arms, your legs, your toes, your fingers, your hands. Those are the things that are usually injured in workers' compensation. There is a catch-all for major organ injuries, and yes, the head is one of those. But usually in a case where you hit your head, the question becomes when you can return to work, because you'd be entitled to temporary total disability until the time that you could return to work. I have had success with head injuries, if we can call them traumatic brain injuries, but they have to reach a certain level to be a TBI. I think there probably would be some pushback from the insurance carrier on accepting the claim. However, I believe that we would win. Alrighty. If I represented Dwight.
Next thing I know, I'm on the ground, ladder's on top of me.
And that's how you broke your ankle?
Yes.
It's the same incident.
Interesting. How did that ladder end up on top of you if you fell off of it?
It's not concerning you, man. You need to walk away.
Darryl keeps having problems, doesn't he?
Boy, oh boy.
Darryl, get down.
Oh,
He's not using crutches.
Oh, get over
the
there.
camera.
Get over
Start
there.
taping.
Drive.
Oh, workers, come my ass.
I can't believe this. Oh, yeah, you ass.
Toby.
You gonna eat all that dog food yourself?
Oh, man, you okay?
Once again, Darryl has fallen off the ladder. We don't know how. We don't know anything about it. There apparently were no witnesses, and the initial investigator is willing to take Darryl at his word. But then there's another employee in management.
And that's where you have an assistant regional manager.
Yes, it is. Assistant to the regional manager.
Same thing.
Who is determined that Darryl's not telling the truth. So they go and investigate, and many times you will have people that videotape you. Then they videotape Darryl's sister, thinking that it was him. It is absolutely normal to have workers' comp insurance company hire private investigators to film you when you are at home, when you're at the store. If you're on crutches, are supposed to be on crutches, and yet you're walking around Walmart without them, you can count on the fact that they're going to be taking video of that and showing it to the doctor, trying to make you look like you're not telling the truth. Many times, the employer actually supports the employee in pursuing the workers' compensation claim because the employer has purchased workers' comp insurance. It's much more likely that the workers' comp insurance carrier is going to do everything it can to keep from paying.
Look, we're here to apologize.
Cool. Wait, they're using the lift as their own personal elevator.
What?
He broke his ankle climbing over the railing, then he lied about it because it was a misuse of company equipment. Case closed.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Really? Then why is there new wood only on one railing? Let's just check the security tapes, Toby.
Darryl did not need to lie if he was within the course and scope of employment. He could be doing something stupid and it would still be covered. It will hurt your case that you lied. It damages your credibility, and at some point, if you have to go to a hearing, the deputy commissioner has to determine whether you're credible in talking about your injury and describing it. And if the deputy commissioner finds that you're not credible because you've told more than one story, then you likely would be denied.
This is why I do it. That's what I have to come home to. She probably won't be up for a few hours. This is going to be a very good year. Very good. Jan is at home. Jim is back. My protege Ryan is at corporate. Good stuff. Andy and Dwight are rocking the sales team. I feel very blessed.
All right, with respect to parking lot injuries, there is a whole series of cases that deal with that. Generally speaking, parking lot injuries are not covered under workers' compensation because you haven't actually reached the building. There are certain exceptions to that. In this case, he hit Meredith, and Meredith actually has a personal injury claim against her boss. He would hope that she would file a workers' compensation claim, but I would take her down the street to a personal injury attorney and let her sue him for hitting her. So I think it's better covered as a personal injury claim, which does not have some of the limitations of workers' compensation. These were some really fun clips to watch for educational purposes, and I appreciate you going through them with me. If you need help in a workers' compensation case in North Carolina, contact me at PerryKnows.com. If you like this kind of content and you'd like to see more of it, please let me know.